What's up, you guys? If you're new, my name's Cassandra. You guys have been saying that you're missing the inside of the kitchen cooking vlogs or just like getting things done. So that's what we're doing today. We're hanging out in the kitchen. We are restocking one of my favorite homemade, easy, hand-off kind of projects, and that is caramel. We've made this caramel a couple times on my channel together before. All you're going to need are some sort of mason jars. Today I'm using quarts or pints. Today I'm using pints, some sweetened condensed milk, and a crock pot and water. So my favorite way to use these, the caramel, is in homemade coffee creamer that I make. Maybe at the end of this video I can show you guys how I make that once this caramel has come together. We also like to use this in some of our frosting that we do for like cut out sugar cookies, or on top of, what is that called, cinnamon rolls or anything like that when we make a frosting. Or my kids will just take this, pour it over ice cream, over parfaits, sometimes with like yogurt and berries, or just like dipping apples in or something. So all we're gonna do is dump these into the jars. Trying to be as careful as possible because this stuff is so sticky, so sticky. It's like scrubbing hot glue off of my counters. If you wanted to, you could add in pinches of salt right now for a salted caramel. I've never done that, and you know what? Maybe today we will. Maybe we'll leave one of these just as a normal caramel and one we'll make a salted caramel. Just to try something new. Normally I would put these in jam jars, but I don't have any jam jars that are free to be filled right now. So that's why we're using pints today. Ideally, you want the water in your crock pot to be over the top of your jar, but I'm going to make my own rules today. Normally I would fill the other jar before filling a new jar, but because I decided we're gonna make one salted caramel, this is what we're going to do. I do have, I think, 2 or 3 more cans of sweetened condensed milk downstairs that I could go and grab, but I think today we're gonna keep it pretty minimal just because these do need to be stored in a refrigerator. These are not gonna be shelf stable, even though our jars are going to seal in the crock pot like they would if you were canning. That does not make them shelf stable. I wish that they were, but they're not. So I don't want to have a ton of jars in my fridge. And because this is so easy to make, I can always make more later. I'm gonna give the top of these a quick wipe down and get anything that's spilled on the outside of the jar just for my convenience. Now I'm gonna take old rings and old lids, like already used lids. We don't need new ones here. Save your old ones, use them for projects like this. And all we're gonna do is put these into our crock pot. I realized I forgot to add salt to one of these. So I'm gonna take my favorite Baja mineral sea salt. We got this on Amazon. We've been using it for a couple months. We love it. And this bag has lasted us a couple of months. We only have purchased this one bag. So I'm gonna add in quite a bit of salt here. A couple pinches at least. And I'm just gonna mix that in with my spoon. I'm gonna switch out my lid here with a lid that doesn't have anything written on it so that I remember that this one is my salted caramel, and the one that has like apple from a couple years ago of canning, that I know that one is my unsalted. So all we're gonna do here is add in our water. Top it with our lid, and we are going to plug this in and turn it on for about 6 to 8 hours. And you can always pop your lid here and check it, and you'll know that it's caramel once you get that caramely color in your condensed milk here. And you can make this caramel as dark as you want it to, or as caramely as you want it to. And I really like this caramel because it stays soft and it stays like pliable and loose. So it's really good as a topper or a dip or things like that, even when it's in the fridge. And if for whatever reason it does get a little stiff, you can just pop this whole jar, obviously the glass jar with all the lids on it and stuff, into the microwave and heat it up for a minute and loosen it up, and it's really great. So we're gonna plug this in, set it and forget it, and the next thing we're gonna do is make a chocolate sauce for all of the same uses, whether that be a mocha coffee creamer for like iced coffees in the summer, dips for dipping pretzels or apples, anything like that, toppings for ice cream, all sorts of things. So that's what we're gonna do next, but I'm gonna plug this in and I'll catch up with you guys in a second. I'll pull out everything we need to make the chocolate sauce and we'll get that going as well. Okay, so this chocolate syrup is very easy to pull together. It's just 4 ingredients, which is another reason why this is so nice. A lot of these homemade items that we buy from the store, we can make in just a couple of minutes with just a couple of ingredients, which is always so awesome. We are adding in 1/2 cup of sugar, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, a pinch of salt. Once again, we're going in with our mineral salt here. A splash of vanilla of choice. I've had this like really cheap imitation vanilla on my storage shelf for forever, so I pulled it off to use it. I figured I'd rather use this during the summertime for baking than during the holidays. I want to use my good, like actual nice vanilla, so we're gonna get this off the storage shelf. That's what this is. And we're gonna add in 1/4 cup of water to this. We're gonna turn on our stove and whisk this all together and get it kind of mixed up and turn it actually into a chocolate sauce. I'm gonna cook this on a medium-high heat until it starts to boil. Once it starts to boil, we're looking for it to turn glossy. Like right now, it's obviously it's a little bit matte. We're looking for that glossy, nice color to it, or that shine to it, like a chocolate bar. You can see mine starting to kind of boil here. Then we're gonna turn the heat off and we're done. We're gonna pour this into a mason jar and store this in the fridge as well, just like our caramel sauces will be. And I've never made this before. My husband sent me this recipe. He wants this for chocolate milk. Instead of buying chocolate milk for the kids, having this stocked and being able to use this to make chocolate milk for the kids. So I'm going to let this be and watch it as it comes to a boil here. Get my mason jar ready for it, and we're going to be done for now until caramel and our salted caramel is going to be done in the crock pot. I put mine on for 6 hours here, and if I need to, if it's not quite as caramely as I want it to be, I will just restart my crock pot for another 4 hours or so and just kind of let it go, keep checking on it periodically until I get the carameling color that I'm looking for here. But I'm just kind of looking for a light brown. I'm not looking for anything super crazy or anything. We're not super picky on this. So mine hasn't necessarily come to a boil yet, but it is looking really glossy. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just dump it in my mason jar now. I'm kind of worried about burning it or overcooking it. So I think I'm gonna trust my instincts here, and we're gonna get this poured into a mason jar. Finally learned to just keep one of these up in my kitchen year round. And I guess we'll see how much that recipe actually gives us. It looks like it's gonna give us just about enough for like a jam jar. So if your kids fly through the chocolate milk or fly through your chocolate sauce, probably going to want to double this. It gave me about, I'm gonna say about 2 cups worth. 2 little kids who are home seem to like it. They ran off with the spatula pretty quick. I'm gonna leave this out on the counter to cool just for a little bit, and then I'll top it with our lid here and store it in the fridge. But otherwise, sometimes the heat can make the lid seal, which isn't that big of a deal. It happens to my coffee creamer sometimes, but I've learned I just prefer to let it cool off for a little bit out here and then store it in the fridge. So just like that, 2 of our things are taken care of today. Just like that, we have our chocolate sauce already made, our caramel getting going, and that didn't take us very long at all. And we have 2 products that we made from scratch with things that we just keep on the pantry year round all the time. And these will make many more products but because we have these ones made and prepped, it's gonna make lots of other projects really easy.